Welcome to this video. If you are not using anti-gravity yet, you are officially grounded. So today we're taking a deep dive into Google Antigravity, which is honestly fundamentally changing how we build software and automate tasks. And look, for you YouTubers and creators out there, this isn't just about coding anymore. It's a massive paradigm shift. We're moving away from writing every single line of a script yourself to orchestrating entire back-end workflows for your channel. You essentially become the manager, and the AI agents, well, they do all the heavy lifting. Okay, so here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. 1. Beyond the chatbot sidebar. 2. Foundation and freedom. 3. The 4 surfaces. 4. Agentic features. And finally, 5. Real-world orchestration. Let's just jump right in.
Section 1. Beyond the chatbot sidebar.
Right, so we are actively moving away from those older AI tools that just kind of live in a tiny sidebar to help you autocomplete text. The core philosophy of anti-gravity is that agents just shouldn't be confined like that. Instead, we're shifting to a fully dedicated workspace, a whole environment where AI agents plan, execute, and verify tasks across your editor, terminal, and browser all at the exact same time. And this right here is the absolute crucial point, the big category shift, from autocomplete to orchestration. You're no longer just auto-completing lines of code. You are orchestrating high-level, task-oriented goals. You literally just tell the system what you want to achieve, and it figures out all the messy steps to get there. It's like being an air traffic controller for your own projects. Moving right along to Section 2, Foundation and Freedom. So the platform rapidly evolved from its initial launch back in November 2025. Back then, it was Antigravity 1.0, a capable but kind of limited free agent manager alongside Gemini 3. But by Google I/O 2026, it transformed into this massive 2.0 ecosystem. And what's super fascinating here is the foundation itself. It's actually built on a heavily modified fork of Visual Studio Code. Though, depending on which side of the industry debate you listen to, some folks swear it's a direct fork of Windsurf. Regardless of its exact lineage, it is a rock-solid cross-platform foundation. Now, this perfectly illustrates a huge differentiator for a first-party tool like this: incredible model flexibility. Because you are absolutely not locked into Google's models. Sure, you have access to Gemini 3 Pro, the 3.x series, and those lightning-fast 3.5 Flash models. But you also get Anthropic's Claude Sonnet and Claude Opus, and even open-source options like GPT OSN 120B. So you have total freedom to pick the absolute best reasoning model for whatever specific workflow you're tackling that day. All right, Section 3, the 4 surfaces. Let's get into the 2.0 ecosystem. Surface number 1 is the flagship Antigravity 2.0 standalone desktop app. Think of this as your ultimate cross-platform command center. It operates totally independent of any IDE, and you use it to launch, monitor, and orchestrate multiple parallel AI agents. It actually introduces what they're calling the dual-wield workflow. Imagine having your preferred IDE open on one monitor for your manual editing, and this standalone orchestration app driving all the high-level tasks on the other. Pretty cool, right? Then we have Surface 2, which is the Antigravity IDE. For folks who want everything nicely packaged up in one single place, the fully featured AI-powered editor is still right there. This gives you deep code-based understanding, an agent manager, and tab completion. It's highly recommended for that synchronous, hands-on workflow where you really just want to be deep in the weeds alongside the AI. Surface 3 is the Antigravity CLI. Now, if you're the type who prefers working entirely in the terminal without a graphical interface slowing you down, the CLI is pure speed. It has a super minimal resource footprint, so you can instantly spin up concurrent sub-agent sessions. You basically just delegate background tasks right from the command line and keep moving. And finally, Surface 4, the Antigravity SDK. This provides programmatic Python access to the exact same agent harness powering the rest of the ecosystem. The SDK abstracts away all that complicated back-end communication and state management. It essentially gives developers total control to layer in custom Model Context Protocol, or MCP servers, and build completely reusable skills. Oh, quick aside, if you do want to use the SDK, just remember this specific command: pip install Google-Antigravity. Don't try to just clone the repository from GitHub. Actually, scratch that. Let me emphasize, cloning the repo simply won't work on its own because it relies on a compiled runtime binary found in the platform's specific PyPy wheels, so stick to the pip install. Okay, Section 4, Agentic Features. So we're looking at a massive shift in how we interact with these systems.
Agents continuously learn by automatically saving useful code snippets to a knowledge base, so they literally get smarter over time. Even better, they do task-level verification on their own artifacts. You don't have to micromanage and inspect every single tool call, you just verify the final result. And if you do need to course correct, you can just leave asynchronous Google Doc-style feedback right on the text. Add in parallel agents, cron-style scheduling, and deep integrations with Android and Firebase, and you've got the whole shebang. To put that workflow into perspective, just look at this dynamic division of labor. We've got 40% of the workflow handled by parallel subagents and 30% running on scheduled automation. You no longer have to wait for one agent to finish before starting another. Multiple subagents can tackle parallel workflows, while cron-style scheduling runs automated background tasks completely unsupervised. It's true orchestration in action. Which brings us to our final section, Section 5, Real-World Orchestration. The scope of what builders are actually doing with this out in the real world is just wild. We've seen robotics researchers constructing literal auto-playing pinball machines. Developers are rapidly iterating flight tracker apps using Nano Banana, and parallel agents are being used to instantly add features to collaborative whiteboards. But again, if you're a YouTuber, just imagine spinning up parallel agents to scrape your research, format a script into a teleprompter app, and organize all your B-roll folders at the exact same time. The practical applications here are endless. And honestly, here is the absolute best part of all of this. The barrier to entry to try this entire 2.0 ecosystem is exactly $0. It is currently completely free for individuals in the public preview, no massive subscription fees to get started, which massively lowers the barrier to adoption. You can literally start orchestrating these advanced workflows today for free. So I'll leave you to ponder this exact question. If you are now a manager of parallel AI agents instead of just a code writer, how will your workflow change tomorrow? It's time to reconsider what it actually means to build software in this agent-first era. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer. Get out there, grab the public preview, and start orchestrating.